Well, all right. So I am back. Life has been lifing. So I have been away for a while. So right now, I had decided to get back and do some illustrations for you guys. Yes, this is Julius Phillips, author, children's book illustrator, and I am showing you how I did my rendition of Eeyore and Piglet on Sketchbook Pro. Now, as you can see, I did a under sketch here, and I am now doing the line work. So I am getting everything together. You see a lot of twists and turns here. As you can see, I got my image the way I would like it. And I use my stabilizer tool. If you are using Sketchbook Pro, there is a squiggly line that's at the very top that you can use, and you can change it to whatever degree you want from 1 through 4. I usually use 3, but sometimes I use 4 depending on how shaky my hand is, because I'm not as steady as I would like to at sometimes, health reasons. But other than that, I am doing my line work. And I always do my pictures like this so I can get it done and out of the way. And I do my undercolor. And after I do this, then I start doing my flat panel afterwards. Now, as you can see, I have a general idea of what I want to do, but I sometimes do change my lines to fit the design that I want to, because, I might change my mind on how I want certain things to go. The sketch is just a sketch, but the final artwork is what you really want to present. So that is what I got going on here. And I didn't change a lot, but I changed just little subtle, details to fit what I want. So today, working on this was really a fun picture to do. I don't get a chance to do a lot of cartoon-based stuff as much as I would like, but my childhood dream at one point was to be a Disney animator. And fun fact, in my career as a sleep tech back in my military days, I actually did a sleep study on a Disney animator and had a chance to chop it up with him. And he is a retired Disney animator now that currently lives in Maryland. But this was back when I was still deep into my career. And he told me about all the fun that he had while he was doing Disney animation. And all I can do is just sit there and be a little envious. But I'm glad he told me his stories, and it was fun talking to him. Now, as you can see, I am now doing my flat panel, and we do layers here on Sketchbook Pro, and you can set as many layers you like to set up the tone on what you want to do. Now, I am not coloring in the lines because I am going to show you different ways on how I color. Now, for me, I will somewhat, especially if I'm rushing, I color outside the lines, so I can just go ahead and fill in the spots the way I need to. And then I'll come back and then I'll just clean up my lines by erasing, on that particular layer. Now, it is important to do layering. You don't want to do everything on one layer, because if you mess up, that means you have to start all the way over. So you set up your layers so that way, if you make a mistake on that layer, you just erase that part. You don't have to start all the way over. So now, as you can see, I'm cleaning up my lines on my flat panel, so that way I can make way for the other colors that I need to add on. And then there's going to be some spots that I've missed, and I'm going to go back with my pencil tool, and I'm going to clean up those spots and gaps that I've missed. As you can see, that's what I'm doing right now, just cleaning up some of my edges here. And now I'm working with the inner ears. Eeyore has a lot of color to him. He is not a simple character to color, as I thought I would. I have highly underestimated his design when I looked at him initially. What I like to do is I like to use reference drawings to kind of like get an idea of what I want to do, because a lot of these things I don't know how to draw from memory. So I take a look. I don't necessarily copy. I get a look on what I want to do, and then I will go ahead and I will create my own thought process on what I would like to do. And so now there is another technique that I'm doing. It is called a lasso tool. You might not be able to see it right away, but I am lassoing areas so that way I can color the areas all at one time by doing a complete bucket dump of paint. So as you can see, I am still lassoing those empty spaces. You can't see it, but when you use your lasso tool on Sketchbook Pro, you'll be able to see it just fine. It looks like dotted lines. For the video's sake, you're definitely not going to be able to see it, though. I wish you could have. And once I learn how to edit these things a little bit better, I will be able to show it to you. And as you can see, the color has filled in. I'm doing the same thing with the tail and the bow that's on Eeyore's tail. And it's the same thing here with the tail hair here. And I should dump a paint right about now, I believe so. And I'm doing that with the hair as well, so it's the same color. So it should be coming up pretty soon. I know I'm trying to guess it. There it is. And now I am just going in and filling in spots that I miss when it comes to the getting all my color together. So I made a little bit of mistakes here. I think I colored the background white a little bit too much, and I just need to go back and fix it. So that's what I'm doing right now. I am now just focusing on recoloring the spots that I had missed prior, because I had to go back a little bit. And now I'm just going to just color the eyes once I finish cleaning up these edges here on the hair, because I want it to be clean. So now I have lassoed my eyes and I have colored them white, and I'm just making sure everything looks good. Now I am going to Piglet because he is my next project to work on. And I'm doing my lasso tool to color certain spots here. And I should be hitting him with a little bit of pink there, a little fleshy pink. And now I'm going to come with some hot pink for the ears and the nose, because the ears and the nose match. And I'm looking at this now and I'm thinking it might be the wrong pink. So I probably would change it, because that pink actually belongs on his body. And there it is. I have actually changed it to a different type of pink. And now I am on my multiply layer to do shade and shadow, because this one will have me use the same colors that I had before instead of searching for different colors. It makes it very easy, because it makes the original colors that you pick darker, and so that way you can blend it out a little bit better. So now I'm just highlighting spots that I want darkened on this picture, and I'm gonna come back with my blending brush and I'm going to smooth out those areas and make it blend in with the background so it can look really clean and beautiful and a little bit more three-dimensional. I want this picture to pop. So I am hitting up different spots with a little bit of darkness in certain areas, so that way I'll be able to clean it up pretty good. And I'm just finishing up on his front legs here. You know, this picture is starting to come out really nice. And now I'm working with the underbelly, working with his arms and his legs. And usually when I do this, I want to do all of this scratch work first, and then I come with my blending brush afterwards. And what's so beautiful about digital art, I am able to do it without having to dip my paintbrush in water to clean it up so I can blend it better. It's all blending at one point. So now that I'm finished putting all this stuff together as far as that's concerned, I am now taking my blending brush and I'm going in and I'm cleaning up those hard edges. And it looks like I'm gonna have to adjust the strength a little bit so that way it would blend a little bit better than what it has been, because it's still a little rough. So I'm cleaning up these areas now. Yeah, I've adjusted my paint brush, my blending paintbrush now, and just cleaning up a little bit here. I'm not gonna lie, I want to talk like Bob Ross so bad. You know, he would say stuff like, "Now we painting happy trees," and little cool sayings that he did. And I remember just watching Bob Ross as a child on ETV television, PBS, and if I ever wanted to instruct people, I would want to have that type of vibe of Bob Ross. I'm bald, I can't have the fro, but at least I can probably try to have that same methodic talking method that he uses on his instructional videos. But I am still doing some blending here and there, just trying to make it clean up a little bit. You know, there's going to be some places that I miss, but then when I come back, I will always look. Like right now, I missed that arm, so now I am cleaning up, you know, trying to finish up a little bit. And I'm working on, you know, just trying to clean up and put more emphasis on the details there. And I'm probably going to be working with the bow next. Yeah. There you are. There you go. Just putting my stuff in. I'm just going to blend it out. Now I'm working on Piglet, you know, highlighting certain features on his face and his hands. And he looks so at peace behind Eeyore. You know, Eeyore is a little depressing, but it just seems like Piglet knows he needs him. And he looks like he feels at ease being right beside his side, besides being around Pooh as well. He always seems like he wants to be a person of need. And so now I'm blending out those dark spots on Piglet, and it's coming out quite nicely. I love it. And I'm blending more of the ears. You know, I'm coming back and doing some of his face because I want to make sure that I don't miss anything when it comes to the details. Coming back with a little bit of sand color. Putting some highlights there. Putting a little bit of highlights there. I'm on my screen page now where I'm putting highlights. You know, just trying to make things pop and do better. You know, put some gray streaks in his hair a little bit. Just try to clean it up a little bit more. Just create some light value. You know, I don't want it to be completely dark. I want to have like some shade and some light sources and everything. I want to just clean it up a little bit. I'm going to smooth it out. And create a little nice shadow base under it, and take the opaquency and like take it down to like maybe 65 or maybe 70. I don't know. Yeah, just make it a little bit lighter and smooth out that nice shadow area. Hit up some light in their eyes so they won't look. And there's a signature. Gotta sign your work.